Hey guys, hope you are all doing well. And today I've got a replay for you in the Tier 6 Polish medium tank, the Bugi. And this tank is insane. So recently I decided to go down the Polish medium line. I used the holiday ops bonuses, or shall I say discounts, and I've basically made it so the whole Polish line is on the permanent top of the tree event for me. So I'm going through the Polish mediums, and of course that means going through the Buggy and the Buggy. So if you can afford it, screw the 90mm, go for the 100mm gun. And as you can see, I've got a mostly AP loadout, but yeah, 400 to the side of that M4 Sherman. And I think he's given up on life now, because that was quite a questionable move from him. But yeah, back to the 100mm. So just a little bit of info for you. 3,500 DPM at tier 6. That would be good on a tier 10, let alone a tier 6. And as you can see, the gun handling isn't that bad either for a dirt gun. And yes, this is technically a dirt gun. And can we find the shot at this KV-220? No, not this one. But I can assure you we'll be farming them. But yeah, this gun is insane. And as you can see, I'm using mostly AP. Now, the thing is about the AP is that it's quite expensive. So this game was a very expensive one, and this tank is no doubt a really expensive one to run as well. But it is so worth it because this tank hits so hard for a tier 6. So the 100 gets, so with the AP ammo, you get 168mm of penetration. There's not a lot of tier 6 mediums with their standard ammo anyway that can beat that. I think only the Firefly can really. And you've got 300 alpha damage, and your rate of fire is over 8 rounds a minute, and you've got quite a decent aim time to go with it, and the shell velocity on these shells is 900, so they're really fast derp shells, you could say. And as you can see, we've already picked up 1800 damage. Not bad in a little tier 6 medium tank. And come on, you can't love the looks of this thing. It's so rounded, it's so bulbous, it's a chunk. But yeah, I've only played a couple of games in this thing now. Of course, with the way the tanks is these days, it is so fast to go through the lower tiers. I think I got this tank done in 9 games, and yeah, KV-222, no problem for this thing. Like, that thing is a seal clubbing tank of dreams, and I've given this KV-220 platoon a real problem this game. I've really not let them get away with anything. And going up against a T-45M, probably the best tier 6 in the game if you ask me. And I think I gave that guy a haircut that Skill would be proud of. Seriously, go look at his streams. He's got a dome showing at the moment. Freaking love Skill. But he manages to put a shell into us, and we've lost about 50% of our HP, but I'm not too worried about that because this thing can trade so well. And just checking my 6 to see what that Jagdpanzer is, and can we knock out this KV-222? Yes, before we can get a return shell. And now we've got a KV-1S to shoot. There's been a lot of Russian tanks to shoot this game. It's been lovely. Although that shot wasn't lovely. In fact, that was a bit of a meh shot. And put one shot into the KV-1S. He's not going for me. I'm going for him now. And looking back on it, this wasn't the best move, because I lose quite a lot of HP here, and the Tog of all tanks manages to flank from behind and pick up the KV-1S. That's quite a few Russian tanks we've been fighting this game. I think we were fighting the 2KV-220s, the T-34A5M, and the KV-1S. We like to boogie, I think is the saying for this video. And it's about this moment when the game starts to bog down. We're, of course, on Berlin, a pretty new map in the game, and I've got really mixed feelings about Berlin. Like, I like the look of it, but I don't think it plays very well. And at this point, I don't really have the hit points to play with. So we're up against two tier 6 Italian medium tanks, and they've got quite decent alpha for tier 6. I think their guns, if they're fully upgraded, is 220 or 240. And one of them's called Crazy David, and I really don't want to mess with him. I know another David, and he's absolutely bonkers. He's a noof as well. He's so bonkers that when he was raging in the game once, he quit the clan accidentally. Don't ask questions. I don't even know. We still take the piss out of him, though. So, yeah, I don't want to mess with Crazy David. You never want to mess with Crazy David. So, yeah, this game is bogged down now. And there's also the Jagdpanzer IV on the enemy team. And if he's using the top gun, like the top 88, the Tiger gun, if he high rolls me, he can ruin my day, you could say. So, I'm not running optics on this thing, and there's the Jagdpanzer, but yeah, I'm not running optics on this thing because I want to get the gun handling as good as I can get it, because this is a dirt gun at the end of the day, and it's got not the best gun handling for tier 6, even though it's got really good gun handling for a freaking dirt gun. Seriously, this thing doesn't even feel like a dirt gun at times with its snapping capability, as you saw against tanks like the OI. Good luck doing that in a KV2 or an M4 with a dirt gun or anything like that, really. And yeah, as you can see, this game is really bogged down. What we're really relying on is my M4A1 FL10 platoon getting their heads out their asses, really. They've both got auto loaders, and they can both take on the two Italian mediums if they're working together, if you ask me. Take one down, reload, then take the other down. But there's quite a delayed reaction at this point, and I'm not interested in pushing because, as I said, I'm pretty much a one-shot for half the tanks of the enemy team, barring the Su-85. And this is just Berlin gameplay for you, or what the tanks gameplay for you. All the main fighting's done. It's just at the end game stalemate now, and I think this is where, as a player, I fall down. I get really impatient, I push, and I die. That's basically me in a nutshell, really. So I think it's about this time that the platoon of M4s decide to move down and engage their platoon. And I decided at this point that I will take cover behind the Reichstag building, as you can see on my right side, and that's where the Jagdpanzer was, of all places. So we know where he is. I'm going to see if I can get a shot into the P43, and it appears that he's alone there. So I don't know where the other one is, and Crazy David's down, or Crazy Dave. And dirt gun, by the way. Really inaccurate, by the way. And well, we are going to see some accuracy problems there. Yeah, that one went really low for some reason. And it's about this point where I want to basically get my top gun. So I decided to push up to the bunker where the Jagdpanzer IV was last spotted only a few seconds ago. And we should see him any second now, I imagine. And there he is, and he's on quite a lot of hit points. He's not quite a one shot, and I just missed there. And he's going for me. Can I bounce the shot? No, but he low rolls. Well, no, he slightly high rolls, but not enough to kill me. I'm now on 3 hit points. Fun times. And it's about this point where I end the replay because the M4s basically clear up. I do find the other P43 camping right at the back by their camp circle, and he unfortunately snapshots me without me putting a shot on return. So that's kind of meh. But as you can see, we pick up the Ace Tanker. Because this was still in the holiday ops period, 100,000 credits. And yeah, 3.5k damage, 5 kills, 1300 base experience at tier 6. Not a bad result, really. And even though we're running a very premium ammo setup here, we managed to pick up 15k credits as well. So that's today's replay, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked the Bugi. I certainly do. Give it a like, and I shall see you on the next one.